Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having one of those chill sort of days today, so I thought we would have a little bit of fun, go through some victories. Some of these are from coaching clients, some of these are just emails that I've gotten, some of these are comments from some of you. Let's celebrate each other, lift each other up, hopefully inspire each other. And we're going to start with an email that I got from someone saying, "Hi, Andy. Hello, my friend. Just wanted to say that I got laid tonight thanks to following the advice you give on your website. I am so fucking happy." That's amazing, man. I'm super happy for you. I had never been in a relationship, never kissed a girl going into 2026, but this year I did it. Never fucking quit. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Plenty more exclamation marks after that. Careful, bro. If you use up all the exclamation marks, there will be none left for the rest of us. He says, it was so awkward. Yeah, when you're a virgin, I say this to you guys all the time. When you're a virgin, you might be a little bit awkward. You might not know what to do. You might be a little nervous. What I say is give yourself permission to suck. Go in there with no expectations. Obviously, try, do your best and all of that. But you might not have any clue what the hell is going on. Just be honest about that with her. Just say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm excited to figure this out. Let's have fun together. So it was so awkward, but she was into it. Yeah, that's another point. A lot of the time, we think that awkwardness is a deal breaker. We think if I'm nervous or I'm not super smooth or I'm not super confident, then she's going to walk away. She's going to think I'm a loser. And it's like, nah, man, especially not if she's a little nervous and awkward herself. Like, awkwardness is not the deal breaker that we often think it is. She came 4 times. Amazing. Look at her. So, not every woman, by the way, just as like a general, I don't know, maybe this is interesting to you guys. Not every woman can come multiple times. A lot of women get very sensitive after the first time they come. And even if you give them a little bit of time or space, like you wait like 20 minutes, they're just not quite able to get there a second time. So, a woman being able to come 4 times, that's cool. Tell her that she's got a superpower, and lots of other women might be a little bit jealous. She complimented my physique. Amazing. Aren't those compliments so nice? Especially if we're nervous or inexperienced or we're a virgin or any of that. When we start getting those compliments, man, that shit is just beautiful. My whole life, no woman has ever wanted me that way. Yeah, because you weren't putting yourself out there. I say this all the time. Like, so often guys will be like, no women like me, no women give me compliments. And it's like, yeah, I know. You kind of have to hit on them and then they'll give you compliments. Like, when you start putting yourself out there as a man, that's when you start getting the compliments from women. So no woman has ever wanted me that way. I was always told, you seem like a great guy, but I felt no spark. Yeah, again, if you guys are going on lots of dates and not like women are saying, I felt no spark, it's because you didn't create a spark. So you either didn't say to her, like, I find you really pretty, like, my God, you're sexy. Like, you want to help a woman feel a spark, just call her sexy. She will immediately feel a spark. Or you weren't holding her hand or saying, can I kiss you? Do you want to come back to my place? Like, God damn it, I want you. Like, that is the stuff that makes someone feel a spark. And I say this all the time. Just kind of take on that responsibility or that role as the man and just say, all right, if I want a spark, if it is to be, it's up to me. I'm going to make a spark happen. He goes on to say, I knew a path like yours was what I needed to break out of the mold and release my raw sexual side that I didn't know was lurking underneath. Yeah, it's just a permission thing. Like, you give yourself permission to be a sexual person. By the way, a lot of women struggle to give themselves permission to be a sexual person. Like, a lot of the women that I date are just like shy, like innocent type. They're not innocent, but like they're shy. And I literally just give them permission to be sexual. How do I do that? By just being non-judgmental, by talking about sex myself, by mentioning BDSM and asking if they want to try it. Like, we just start talking about sex. And I do a lot of almost like, I guess it ends up almost being like therapy, but I'm not thinking of it like therapy. But I'll basically just say, like, do you have some judgments around sex? Are you worried about being called a slut? Are you worried about what your family might think? Like, do you ever talk to your friends about sex stuff? Like, and I'll just start asking those questions and we'll start having those conversations. And then from there, she'll start opening up about her sexuality and stuff she's worried about being judged for and fears she has. And I'll ask about sexual experiences she's had that maybe weren't so good. And we'll talk through those. And from that, I will then say, okay, like, let's make sure we give you, or let's do our best to give you really good sexual experiences that are different to the ones you've had in the past that maybe weren't so good. Like, yeah, you can just like talk about this stuff. So lots of women struggle to give themselves permission to be really sexual. And a lot of guys do too. A lot of guys have this like fear or this pressure to not be like creepy and not be like a pervert and all of that. A lot of men are told that their sexuality is dangerous and bad. And a lot of women are told that their sexuality is wrong and she's being a slut and she's got to be more ladylike and all of that. So there are a lot of judgments around sex. but all of us, let's just say almost all of us, I guess, are sexual beings. It's just that we often repress that, or we feel like that's not good, or I got to keep it inside. Even on YouTube, I can't talk too much about sex stuff. I can talk about sex, but I can't stray into the like making it erotic. I have to always talk about it in an educational way. Otherwise, the video will just get demonetized. If I go too far, the video will be removed or deleted. And yet, I could literally post videos of me punching someone in the face outside, blood coming out. That's not restricted at all. And so we're quite comfortable. Like society at this point, most societies are quite comfortable with violence. Violence is just shown on the TV all the fucking time. Even cartoons has violence in it. Like people will just punch each other, shoot each other, and all of that. But we're not quite comfortable with sexuality. We feel that it's dangerous. We feel that it's bad and all of that. Like we repress it, especially if you're religious, but even if you're not. And so, yeah, a lot of like becoming more confident with sex is removing some of the judgments and the shame around it, and then just giving yourself permission, and making sure the other person wants to do it with you, obviously, but giving yourself and them permission to be more sexual. He goes on to say, anyway, I love you, bro. The same way you say it on your podcast. I love you too, my friend. That's amazing. Your advice fucking works. Yeah, because it's simple. It's just improve yourself. You're good enough as you are, but obviously, the more you improve yourself, the more people will be into you. Go out there and talk to lots of people, and some of them will like you. I'm not in a financial position to afford your coaching course, but I will be in the future, and I plan to take you up on that. Cool. Yeah, you're welcome anytime. All of you are, by the way. It would be months, but I do plan to reach out for you for that free consulting call once I have the funds. Hope you read this. Take care, man. Amazing. Look at all these wins. This guy went from being a virgin, never kissed anyone, never been in a relationship. Actually, was he a virgin? I guess so, if he's never kissed anyone. And now he's had sex, and this woman came 4 times, and it sounds like they had a blast together. Amazing. Beautiful. And this next one is from a coaching client who says, I am grateful for my friends with benefits. Isn't that beautiful? We spent some time this week working through her feelings of jealousy, as in jealousy of other girls that he's dating, mostly by just listening and reassuring her that me seeing other girls doesn't take away from our time together. We have a good framework of our relationship that we're both happy with. So, there is a book on this that I really love. If you're watching the video, you can see it on the screen at the moment. It's called The Ethical Slut. And there is a chapter in there about jealousy and insecurity and how to navigate it, how to work through it. Insecurity or jealousy, as in someone being jealous that you're seeing other people, is not automatically a deal breaker. It's not the big horrible thing that we make it out to be. A lot of people think jealousy is just some awful feeling. They panic when they feel it. They're like, oh God, I don't want to feel jealous. I don't want to be that girl or that guy. Like, oh God, like it's awful. I'm feeling jealousy. I have to break up. Like they panic. So many people panic when they feel jealousy. And jealousy is one of those emotions that we judge heavily. Like if we're jealous of people at the gym, we beat ourselves up for that. We're like, I shouldn't be jealous. Like, why am I jealous? I shouldn't care. If girls go on Instagram and look at girls that they think are prettier than them and feel jealous, they then beat themselves up for that. They're like, I'm being silly. I know I'm not supposed to compare to other girls. I'm not supposed to get jealous. Like people literally just say, I know I'm not supposed to get jealous. And it's like, yes, you are. You're a human. Like, do you do that with anger? I guess some people do. They're like, I'm not supposed to be angry, but jealousy is just an emotion that we really judge. So this book helps a lot. Again, it's called The Ethical Slut, probably the best book that I've ever found for working through some of that. So this guy goes on to say, today we did some secretary role play. Who was the secretary, you or her? I'm just kidding. He was, of course. She was so good at, okay, she was the secretary. She opened the front door in character and said, hello, boss. Oh, okay, that's doing things to me. Oh. She also gave me an insanely good massage. I bet she did. I bet she focused on one particular area more than another, right? Your butthole. I'm kidding. Your penis. And I'm in a mood today, guys. And she said she wants me to leave feeling like the most satisfied man in the world. Amazing. What an amazing woman. Yeah, dude. Yeah, beautiful. All right, let's share one more win. This comes from one of my coaching clients who says, I was supposed to see this girl that I met and instant dated last week. I was hyped to meet her. We hit it off so well on the instant date. It was amazing. We were both late, so we postponed the date to 30 minutes, or I guess they postponed by 30 minutes. At some point, I realized that we're supposed to see each other in 10 minutes, but I'm 25 minutes away. Naughty boy. Naughty, naughty. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to be late, so I ran. I was only 5 minutes late. Adorable. I stopped a few times so I didn't get sweaty. Man, when I met her, it was amazing. She was so fucking pretty. We hit it off so fucking good. Joking, we were having fun. My adrenaline was up from all of the running. It was a lot of fun. We got sexual pretty quick. We started kissing, and this guy has been working on being more honest, being more upfront, being more sexual, like giving himself permission, like I said before, to be a sexual being. He said, I just loved that girl's energy and our chemistry. We went to my place. She has an amazing ass, plus she has curly hair. This coaching client of mine loves women with curly hair. Mamma mia, super fit, lean. Wow. She loves to kiss. I love to kiss. Fuck. She even put on some sexy lingerie. How cool is that? I just played with her the whole night. I kissed her whole body. I licked her. She tasted amazing. She moaned so much, super fucking sexy, and it drove me crazy. I fucked her like crazy. We then fucked and cuddled, fucked again. She had a hard orgasm. I had one too. It was all amazing. Doesn't that sound like such a cool night? She didn't want to leave, even though she had to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning. It was a beautiful night. I loved her. And this was obviously a woman that he met on the street that he just approached. And this client has come such an incredibly long way. When I first met him, he was super, super, super nervous to go outside. He was afraid to talk to girls and all of that. And now he is meeting girls, having instant dates with them, and having crazy, beautiful nights of passion. Amazing. So hopefully all of these stories have inspired a lot of you. None of these guys are special. They've all just gone out there, taken a little bit of action, tried, put in some effort, and look at the beautiful results. If they can do it, you sure as hell can too. If you want any help with any of this, I have coaching. There are links down below. You can work with me in the big hardcore coaching program where you get to work with me personally. Or if you want to join the Abundance Collective, that's our $200 a month coaching program. I jump in there, I help everyone out. We've got a coaching team that is in there every single day as well, building a nice little community of guys pushing each other to achieve their goals and all of that. So there's a link down below to that. You're very welcome to come for 1 month. Try it out. If it's for you, brilliant. Stick around. If it's not, hey, no hard feelings. You can leave anytime. That is down below. As always, ladies and gentlemen, go out there and crush those goals.